podcast, and I hadn't done it. So when he said it, I was like, okay, we don't allow the hidden lover to speak on something she normally doesn't. No.
Right, and we already established that you don't represent every woman, but
wow.
every woman will bring to the table. But
okay, so that was what I was saying. I don't represent
right.
this.
Now, I mean, you
for
can't.
real.
I mean, it. You know, a lot of times we try to compile everybody's life on everybody, but it's different scenarios, different situations for different people,
And
different flows for different boats.
And I would agree with that. So I guess my first perspective coming at what would come to the table would be for me at this point in my life, being in my going into, I guess, entering my mid 40s. So going into that, I would say personally, the man that I would be looking for would be an adult man. So he wouldn't need anything from me. So to me bringing to the table is more as a nurturer and a multiplier of what he has.
Wait. How does he not need anything from you?
I'm talking about like
financial.
Yeah, like those things. So I'm more of a multiplier and a nurturer, more of that piece, bringing more of that kind of home nurturing, and also from the business standpoint, more to multiply, because that's what we do as the divine feminine energy.
Okay, and I understand that as a divine feminine energy, but in 2025, with inflation through the roof, Miss Hidden Lover. You know, it's lovely to have a goddess that is bringing all of this great feminine energy.
He asked me.
But
if you're talking about from a finance, like from that, I think both people at this point in their life should be stable and have their footing, or at least working to. You should know where you're going in life. You should know where you're going. Even if your business hasn't taken off, you have taken steps. You're making strides. You're walking your path. Even if you may not be exactly where you want to be at that point, you're already walking. You already have stability in your life in that point. What I'm trying to say.
So let's talk about, is there an emotional aspect that either person needs to bring to the table? Because this is big, the emotional aspect of relationship, because we know now, everybody's so brilliant that the woman is the emotional one in the relationship, and
that's not necessary.
Well, what I was gonna say, the woman's emotional, the male is the logical, but again, roles are shifting.
Very much.
So, like, what are roles emotionally bringing to the table? Because people don't even look at that. They start with finances off top.
I feel like, okay. See, that's a person by person situation.
Right, another one.
Because, like, really, truthfully, it's where you are emotionally, and your level of emotional intelligence coming in. It also goes into how people communicate and what you need and where you're at that point in your life, and what that person brings and provides to you to add to your piece and not distract from your piece, and to help you cultivate what you're doing. So what emotionally someone needs here at 40 may not be what they need in a relationship if they're starting out at 60.
Facts. Let me I want to make sure I have the title. That wasn't the title.
That was not what we was talking about. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of my future titles. But I want to put it in my chat, so my chat know what's up, because we live on YouTube and I got people coming in on YouTube.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in to Goddess Thoughts and T-Luv Talks, and having me here, the Hidden Lover podcast Tuesday live, while he go ahead and put the topic in. And for my followers here on Facebook, definitely the topic is, what do we bring to the table? What is the table? What's supposed to be on the table? What does that even mean?
All right, and I'm gonna
throw it to T, because it's his turn to talk about the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a little bit of my perspective, and I'll go back to emotional, because I get it. You're saying you don't feel like it's that way necessarily all the time, but in my experiences, normally the woman is a little bit more emotional in the relationship. So for me, I feel like for the guy, if you really want to be in a committed relationship with the woman, you have to be able to listen to her and try to understand what she's going through. You can't necessarily feel what a person's going through, but I do feel like it is a man's job to bring some type of emotional, um, like understanding to his woman. Like that is his job, even though most guys would say, well, man, I ain't doing all of that, man. She in her feelings, this, that, and the third. I ain't got time for all of that. You know what I mean? If I say something, she should understand it. But if you gonna be in a relationship, that has to come to the table, the emotional awareness that your women get emotional. I'm sorry. So you have to be aware of that. I don't know. It feel like for us, they feel like guys don't have emotions. So
I was just going to say, and I was just going to say, I agree with that. And in the contrast to that, I would say to complement that, we have to be more emotional safe spaces for men. And I remember actually having a segment. I think it was season 1 of The Prescription. I had emotional standards, the double standards of emotion. A lot of women don't allow men to be that emotional safe space a lot of times. So I do see we have to have that complement and that balance on both sides of that.
yeah, definitely. So I mean, I want to go back and forth a little bit because I want us to ask each other literally what specifically do we think our partner should bring to the table. We can wait to get into that a little bit.
Okay.
But like as far as finance, we can go back to finance because that's the elephant in the room right now. Like, and again, talking about how the economy is shaped right now, how well it's going through right now. And I think even having this conversation, you got to make sure, again, you're like you said, your partner has a table already. Like I think that's really truly what it is. Like both people got to have a table. Like, and I don't know why.
It don't have to be the same table, or I mean, even if one table a little wobbly, at least you got a table. You know what I'm saying? And we can prop it up. You know what I'm saying? We can prop it up till we can
Hold
get
on,
us a
this
new
wobbly
one.
table.
No.
Hold on, Chanel, this wobbly table.
I try to. Come on, everybody ain't gonna have it all the way together. That don't mean it a turn, but it does.
If your table is wobbly, stay out of the dating game. If you got
You know
a wobbly,
that's
if
fair.
your table
I
is
feel
too
the table should
wobbly,
be at least stable. Yeah,
right? You gotta have a
trying.
stable table to actually
I'm always the
come
one
up
that's
here.
trying to reach, right? But truthfully, I got to be honest. You're right. The table, you have to have at least a table. You have to have some starting point because honestly, if you're not stable, you're in survival mode. And if in your survival mode, you can't become comfortable to relax to be in a relationship. You can't eat in whether you're on the masculine or feminine side, man or woman side. If you're in survival mode, you're not really in a mindset to be compatible over here in a relationship because you're in a different state of mind. And I'm like,
Jibo RBLX says economy is big right about now. Yeah, man, it's excuse me, it's a real major factor when you talking Jibo, when you talking about bringing to the table, because back in the day, and I know me and Chanel, we probably close in age, like it seemed like love used to be enough to bring to the table back in the day.
Just said we can live on love alone, but that ain't true though.
Right, not in 2025.
Bills is hard. Bills is real. I mean, it kind of go into, I hear a lot of people talk, the 50-50 conversation, and I really feel like out the gate, that's not necessarily the right conversation. But I do feel that it wavers.
Right.
But I feel that both people have to be able to pick up the weight when necessary.
Right,
right. Either side, you know what I'm saying? But you still have to be able to bring something to pick up the weight.
Right. No doubt. Yeah, this one of those ones where the rabbit hole,
it can get deep.
Right. And I'm gonna say, for me personally, I mean, like, no, if I'm the type of man, I built myself to a certain level so when I'm thinking about a partner and I'm thinking about what she brings to the table, like you say, we're in 2025 right now. So survival is an aspect of relationships, which survival has always been an aspect of relationships. And I feel like that was like the provision part of it has always been something that's been important. You know what I mean? Like it's an important part for a man to bring to the table. And whether it's, and this is what women don't like, whether it's helping her provision the money that she's bringing in, because women are working now, you know, opposed to back in the day when they was just at the house. So now it's like, you know, but again, you have to be smart enough. You have to be in a position that you're already leading and doing well, having a table nicely prepared and set up already. So when a woman comes into your life, I mean, you as a man, you should be able to like really evaluate her table and say like, okay, X, Y, Z. I mean, like, if we can go into quote unquote women duties, household, like, how do you feel about a woman bringing those things to the table? Like the household things, like, be honest, the cooking, the cleaning.
I mean, I was
especially with both people working now, like, because we got to talk about that.
Okay, so I can only speak from my experience. I mean, I was a wife my whole life. So
Right.
I mean, I from 19 till my 40. So that's all I did as well as work. So
Right.
that's the position I've come from. So that's what I'm used to. So I can't,
Okay.
you know.
So. Okay, so again, you're a little biased when it comes
Yeah,
to
exactly.
that.
That's
Because it's
like,
automatic for you.
bias.
Like,
Yeah, like
you
that
like,
was
well,
that
I
was
raised like that. So
was,
were you raised like that to bring that to the table, or was that an
was just the
innately?
role of, that's just how it just happened.
Hey, you few and far in between. I feel like right now, because right now women feel like, which is nothing wrong with it, but like if they have a college degree, you know, that's bringing something to the table. But I think that matters to the man. If he's looking at your table and that's valuable to his table, if that helps, because that's one of those things where women feel like, okay, I'm educated, I got a college degree. Does your college degree assist in things that he has going on in his life? If he's an entrepreneur, if he's like, is that bringing something to his table? So he may need something else other than that, you know. And I think that's a thing too, when men choose women, and maybe women the same way, they don't let you know what they need on the table. They'll try to put stuff on the table and be like, oh, I could put something on her table. Yeah. Am I tripping? Because it's like, sometimes you think you could change people. Like,
well, because a lot of people date possibilities, or they're trying to fix a person, build a person. And I think that's a lot of good points. And I think people need to find their fit. And finding your fit is finding what you need or not what you want. And a lot of people have that, you know, they want to make these lists of what you want and don't even never evaluate the fact, is any of this what you actually need for you to get through life, to get through the things? And does this person amplify your strengths and fill in your weaknesses? And I don't think a lot of people think about that when they're talking and they're going through the dating phase. It's just, and then you realize one day this person is not who I thought they was, or they will never become, because you tried to put unrealistic standards on someone that never asked for them. Like you said, you put it on the table. I ain't asked you for that soup.
Dang. Yeah, it's like, how important is it to, because again, like, you didn't have like you had a table, but you also had blind love. Like, so it's like, that doesn't exist.
Blind love doesn't exist.
Well,
explain.
Well, I mean, like, I'm gonna say after you've so-called quote unquote fallen in love with someone before, I don't believe that happens again. What do they call that? Serendipity? No, that's not serendipity. Like when you can fall in love twice. I don't.
Oh, that might be serendipity. I don't know. Can you fall in love twice? I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know. I can't.
Anyway, I'm y'all excuse me. Y'all excuse me. earlier. I was levitating, elevating, and we still there. But no, I guess what I was saying was as far as the person being able to bring like their table is here, right? And because again with guys, because I saw a list the other day, and it said that guys mainly we look at sexual attraction. We look at these are the above things that we automatically look at: sexual attraction, um, the age of the woman in comparison to us, and and then again how like beautiful she is. We like real simple when it comes to like us just picking a woman, but it's like with the woman, she's a lot more complicated because she looking at, can this man protect me? Can he provide for me? Can he emotionally connect with me? Can he, if she has children, can he understand the fact that I have children? I've been through things I may have been through. Can I bring this man around my family? Like y'all got all of this, like and a guy like, okay, sexually, her age, like and of course, like because a lot guys will let certain stuff, like again, that's why I said this table thing is a weird conversation. I think recent years is coming up, but I think a lot of guys are still old fashioned, but how social media is and influence are, and people not wanting to be a sucker, and they got the new term simp right now, so it's like everybody is protecting their table. You know what I mean? Like
not protecting their table, they're trying to protect their heart.
Protect their
and
heart.
Their pride and their ego and a lot of other things. But I would say this, like you said, a lot of men come at it from how she looked the physical. But truthfully, when you're talking about if you're really looking for a wife, all those things are gonna fade. So maybe they should look at it a little different at what they coming at too, and that could change a lot too.
That's where education definitely comes in with elders and these type of conversations.
And this might be a little unpopular, and I'm not saying, and I want to preface, I'm not saying to do this in this day and age, but I understand the sentiment back in the day when it's like fathers used to pick the man for the woman because he knew certain aspects and I think their mothers knew certain aspects that your son would need, because you understand your child. Doesn't mean that you should pick it for them, but I think they can identify, because like you say, we look at it from certain kind of narrow factors, and your parents, or they kind of like, well, they don't always know what's best for you, but they know a lot about you and can see other things, I guess I'm trying to express.
Yeah. So,
but if we can use that wisdom from the parents and put it into ourselves, you know what I'm saying? If we can use that and put it into ourselves when we actually looking at I think that would just change a whole lot. If we can do that, we can channel that.
Dog. Larry Bird's not walking through that door. Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if you expect for them to walk through that door, they're gonna be old and gray. Yeah. Like, yeah, I feel you, but whoa, 2025. Woo. Like this conversation, we can go into the economy, because boy, right now, like I really do feel like if people want to be in relationships, they're gonna have to figure out what's going to be best for their future. I think people are going to have to start looking at it from a futuristic standpoint. Not just because that whole Huxtable shit that they fed us, like that ain't the typical. Like everybody, hold on, you gotta excuse me for a second. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm moving past. I gotta clear my throat. Let me clear my throat.
No problem. So I guess I'll keep talking the table talk by myself. All right. So I guess some of the things that I don't know, this is not really my lane, but I'm trying to kind of be community. I guess that's bringing something to the table too, communication, because that's something I struggle with in that arena. So what I'm saying, that's something that needs to be on the table on both sides too. That a lot of times too, because communicating about the table and talking about the table, you talking about yourselves and your lives and how it will look and how you can possibly blend them or not.
Yeah, I think that goes into like when guys look at the emotional, like with the communication, because we feel like it's always going to be the emotion attached to the communication, but that's very important what you're saying. Like, yeah, guys have to work on that. Guys, we got to work on that. Like, if you guys that want to be in relationships, I'm over here free agent right now, but you guys that want to be in relationships, Peggy on my side hollering about Snoop Dogg. It is. Is it you? Hey, Peggy, I get that like at least 4 times a month, Peggy. So I'm not Snoop Dogg. I'm just a guy that look like he got some money. One day maybe I have Snoop Dogg money. All right.
Manifest,
So
speak into existence.
yeah. You don't want to see the dreads. My dreads better than Snoop dread. Shout out to Uncle Snoop, Uncle T-Luv over here. But anyway, back to the topic. What we talking about?
We was talking about communication.
Yeah, communication.
Or communication, really.
See, that's what I'm saying.
See,
like,
right there, that's prime example.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, communication, bringing communication to the table. Yeah. Okay, so again, this goes back to, are you a good communicator? And how does that look to your person when they look at your table? You may love somebody to death, but not be a good communicator. Like, geez.
Yeah, can you express what you need? Because some people can't express what they need. And then be upset when they meet something that.
Yeah.
And being receptive too, because, most of us are active listeners. A lot of us don't passively listen. We quick to listen to respond, what I'm saying, instead of actually listening to see what needs to be hashed out. I think all those things are part of it as well.
Right. Shout out to my other co-host chiming in, the Black Constantine. What up? Out there in Facebook world, we streaming live on multiple platforms right now.
Most definitely.
Y'all rocking with T-Luv Talks podcast. We got the Hidden Lovr over here.
We Goddess Thoughts podcast.
Goddess Thoughts podcast. We multi-streaming tonight, doing it big. So we appreciate everybody for chiming in.
Most definitely. Much love. Thank you guys so much for joining us every week and supporting us separately. And as we join together from time to time and come together and bring these podcasts as we trying to grow our platforms and bring these talks and these conversations and these real life things, because we all trying to figure this life out, right? Every day,
Yeah. And I'm proud of the goddess here, because it's not easy creating podcasts. Y'all don't know how difficult it could be producing shows. And when you don't have like-minded people like that's doing the same thing, or people that see your vision and so it can be tough sometimes. So shout out to her for continuing what she does.
Thank you.
And we're going to keep bringing these podcasts. But yeah, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Like it's very sketchy right now when you're talking about.
Sketchy?
It's sketchy right now. Like when you look at the state of relationships, I hate this. Because the divorce rate is so high right now. It's like.
That brings in a different facet too, because divorced people versus people who've never been married. Those are two completely different people to deal with.
Yeah.
Because divorced people back in the dating pool have a whole different level of things that they come with.
We're in a time of statistics now. So people are looking at statistical like numbers and shit and seeing like, is this risky? Like back in the day, like But again, it's really like statistically they say it's mostly women that are waiting to get married, than earlier, like say in the 40s and 50s and stuff like that, when you would get married at like 19, 20, but now they're waiting to like almost 30. A lot of them are finishing school, going through whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and guys are still
Trying to live a little more and get some things done first, and like say get stable instead of before starting families and stuff like that. That's kind of the change in the society and the culture. Because of the fact, like you say, in 2025, you need two incomes a lot of times, most of the time, pretty much.
Yeah, you really just got to be on one accord. Like, I feel like if you're going to jump into that type of thing, good luck, fellas, y'all, jumping into that type of thing, over there. But, yeah, you just got to be open-minded, I believe. And I hate to say it like this, but it's kind of got to be a 50-50 process, not necessarily with physical items. It just has to be, and I like it's more or less saying 100. It got to be 100 with the collective ideal to make it work and for both people to be happy in the process. Because what I'm noticing a lot of times is people are getting in these situationships, and it's a lot of usury going on nowadays. And it's like, I'd rather stay single before I get in a relationship to try to use somebody or manipulate somebody's life. You know what I mean? Because I haven't built that stable table as a man. That's me personally. Yeah. So, so ladies, y'all know when y'all see me, I'm building my table. It's strong. I put some little decorations all around it, and I got the grass people coming.
Advertising?
No, I ain't advertising. I'm just saying when y'all see me, just understand that. So y'all know how to interact with me. Don't act like I ain't sitting over here with a nice table. That's all I'm saying. You come over and sit down if you want. I'm nice. I'm a nice guy. I be having what that stuff at Bel Air? I be having Bel Air at the table. I have a lot of stuff at the table. You see what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. You can choose to, you can choose to come and sit down at that motherfucker. You can choose to come sit down at the table, but hey, I'm not forcing you. That's all I'm saying. I ain't forcing you. We got chicken wings over here at the table. It's a good flavor. You know what I mean? You ain't never tasted no chicken wings like this before. So, hey, my table is cool over here. What is it? They got the bucket of ice over there? We got the bucket of ice over here. I'm just being serious. I'm just being serious. I'm using analogies. No, I'm using analogies, Chanel. But again, and the ladies, I know they feel like that too when they be out and they, in their mindset of how they living their lives and they're successful and paying their bills. And okay, so again, you like, man. I hate to say you got to be humble nowadays being in a relationship because everybody is like, is it me? Like, what I mean? Like, is humility a part of the table? Like, or should that not, like, damn, why does humility have to be accountability?
Accountability definitely has to be on that table. And that's self-accountability because if you have that accountability, pretty much everything else kind of falls in line after that because once you hold yourself accountable, pretty much everything.
Accountability. Yeah. Women 2025. Accountability.
That's a person by person thing, man. And like you say, that goes back to the emotional level because a person with a certain level of emotional intelligence, accountability comes with that.
Hey, fellas, if your girl, she ain't accountable, you heard what Chanel said. She's not emotionally.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
You heard what Chanel said. If she's not accountable, that go for the man too. That go for the man too, dude. bro, if you're not emotionally accountable, bro, you suck in life, bro. You suck in relationships. You again start building your table.
I mean, that's so raw in your face, band-aid off, but I mean, and deep down, truthfully, it's kind of true, you know. I mean,
Cause for real, where's
for
the?
real though.
Cause I'm gonna
Because
tell you,
I mean, if you can't hold yourself accountable, you shouldn't be dating. You shouldn't even be out there looking for somebody. You should be working on yourself.
is within here.
Yeah.
The accountability starts right here, and you.
And that's why I hate that statement. You know, they say when you get out of one relationship, you go in another one. No, because you need time to actually process and heal. Because once you go inside,
She's right.
that's when you're able to actually start holding yourself accountable, growing, healing, and then you start going from a what I want to what I need, and you start realizing what you need is to focus and walk your path, and then all that will just come in line after
Mic drop. Facts. Big facts. Yeah, I mean, this is like I said, this is one of those topics that it's not going anywhere. That's why I wanted us to go ahead and drop it tonight. We might have to have a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of
might
this
have to have a couple
with panels.
I gotta, because I also think too, like a lot of people be talking about dating. I mean, I think sometimes do we need to talk about? Sometimes you just need to not date.
That's what I was saying earlier, right?
Date.
That's what I was saying earlier. Yep.
Sometimes it's not. It's okay to be by yourself. What is wrong with being by yourself sometimes and just getting shit done? Like straight up, like you know how much more we get done when you focus and not out and being in distractions. How much work you get done. How much growth you have in whatever you're trying to do.
You know? Guys, listen to her. Hey, it's boss up season. We're going into a new year. Y'all see how 2025 just put their head in a circle.
Man,
you see how they...
I don't want to go send us in no rabbit hole, but I'm just saying time is crazy right now. But we about to hit 2026, and that is crazy. That's all I'm saying.
So it's been 25 years in a millennial time period. Right. Yeah, you done went through a quarter century already, and it's like it ain't slowing down. So I feel like and we can, you know, talk a little bit more on this, but like having that inner table to where you are mastering what I would look at as peace for yourself and what that looks like on your table. I think that's going to be a better route to go because a lot of people have fixated tables that them, they mama, and nobody around them gonna ever have a table like that. I'm sorry. And they don't have the drive, the ability, the heart, the nothing to do it. And they'll get around you and try to help you, try to get you to help them make a table that they can't even make for themselves. And I feel like that's a thing that men and women have to get out of. You know, I ain't doing it. I'm not finna create a table for you that you have not already begun to create for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have to already that. So that's important as far as even when you're having this table conversation, knowing that person is on a sound table.
Yeah, and you know, it kind of ties into something. I had seen this video earlier today, and it's slightly different, but I feel like it ties in, and I'm going to tie this into my final thought. She was talking about your gifts, but I feel like it goes into this. Some people aren't just down on their luck. Some people just see that you're lucky, and they want what you have. So understand that there's a difference between building something with someone and building something for someone. And that's my final thought. As I always say, love and light. It's your girl, the hidden lover, and I'm gonna go ahead and let T-Luv give his final thoughts.
Yeah, and I honestly believe that because if you have leverage in whatever it is that you have in this life, then use that as a gift and you know, use it as a gift and just use it as a point of reference for your table. You know, I would say that to the guys, you know what I mean? Like, what, hold on. Hold on. What Constantine said they bringing banana bread to the table?
Hey, I'm gonna need some banana nut bread muffins, man. I was just talking about some banana nut muffins earlier, man.
Thank you for lighting it up, dog, because we was gonna get deep over there.
Man.
Bro said they bringing banana bread to the table. Golly, man. Constantine, what you going through over there, man? Constantine, what you going through over there?
They baking.
Hey, at least they cooking. At least they cooking for you, Constantine.
Your stomach full, and it's gonna be full too. That's bread.
Right. I mean, I hope it's sweet. If it's banana, I hope she got the right ones, dog. I pause. I mean,
oh God, it's crazy how we in this. We didn't have to do this.
I know.
Like, it's crazy.
And
like
he the main one. Constantine the main one because he from up top. So he always tell me, he's like, man, you from the South. You ain't got to say that. That's some up north stuff. You ain't got to say. I was like, all right, bet. So I don't use it as much as I used to.
But I just think like, oh, it's just crazy. It's so much we could talk about, but I know we got to go ahead and wrap this up.
Oh yeah, it's been fun. It's been
most definitely, man.
Great episode with my sis doing what we do, and y'all check her out. And whenever I can, you know, accommodate and be available for her podcast, I like to pop in. I'm always traveling, so but when I can, I definitely the topics are always, you know, thought provoking to say the least. You know what I mean? So
I appreciate
keep doing it.
I am. And just to say, you know, for people who don't normally tap in, first of all, I want to thank T-Luv for inviting me to his show and his viewers and everybody and my viewers as well for allowing him to come into the podcast as we collaborate and build what we build. And like you say, I love having thought-provoking conversations. And every Tuesday is normally at 7:00, but you know, we had to make some adjustments today, but this was a great conversation. So I'm glad we was able to come together and I was able to catch up and get him stationary for a moment so we could do this. And thank you so much as always, because man, we have some of the great conversations when we always talk. So I love when I'm able to get on camera and bring some of that to other people because I know people need to hear what we have to say.
Oh, for sure. Hey, do the little things that you should. Y'all hold it down. T-Luv Talks podcast, The Hidden Lovr, Goddess Thoughts. We up out of here. YouTube, Facebook. Catch y'all on the next one. We about.
Always loving like guys.
Good.